If you enjoy eating out at takeaways or restaurants, you might have come across the Food Hygiene Rating Scheme.
The scheme is run by the Food Standards Agency in partnership with local authorities in England, Wales and Northern Ireland, and can help you find out if the restaurant, takeaway or food shop you want to visit has good food hygiene standards.
Some of our members are responsible for carrying out inspections of food businesses to check that they meet the requirements of food hygiene law. They give businesses a food hygiene rating and then publish this information on the FSA website.
In Wales and Northern Ireland, food businesses must by law display a sticker showing their rating in a prominent place in all entrances to the premises. But in England, they do not have to display their rating. So, if you see a business without a hygiene rating sticker, you'll have to decide if you want to eat or buy food from there without knowing the hygiene standards.
Why is it important to have a mandatory food hygiene rating scheme in England, like the one in Northern Ireland and Wales?
So having a mandatory scheme in England would mean that food businesses have to display their rating at the entrance to food establishments, as well as the ratings being available on the Food Standards Agency's website. Without a mandatory scheme, businesses that are issued with a hygiene rating of 0, 1 or 2, there is a temptation that they wouldn't display those ratings, and there is nothing that anyone can do about that. And it means a consumer can't make an informed choice about where they eat.
What would be some of the challenges to setting up a mandatory food hygiene rating scheme in England?
We see there are really 4 main challenges around setting up a mandatory scheme in England. And the first one would be the need for new legislation. For this scheme to be on the statute book, to be mandatory, there would need to be new laws made. And for that to happen, there needs to be a political appetite for it. So that's really the main challenge. And then, of course, the other thing is we need to give some thought as to what a mandatory scheme might look like in England. Would it be the same as the schemes already in place in Wales and Northern Ireland, or might it look a little bit different? Thirdly, for a mandatory scheme to be credible, we'd need to be confident that there are adequate resources available at a local level to issue ratings. So that's a challenge. And finally, we need to be confident that the ratings that are being issued consistently. So, for example, a business in the north of England would be issued the same rating as a similar business in London if they had the same hygiene conditions. So there would be a need for training, consistency training, for those that are actually issuing the ratings.
While we recognise that the implementation of a mandatory food hygiene rating scheme in England would be challenging, we firmly believe that England should not be out of step with the rest of the UK. A mandatory scheme should therefore be introduced into England without delay.